Hi, I'm Maddie from Quiltsmart, and I'm going to show you our new Pinwheels pattern. This is an older pattern that we had maybe 20 years ago that we revamped a bit, but still just as cute. You're going to love it. It's super easy to make. And you can see a couple of the quilts here. They're great for babies, great for those boys that we don't know what to make sometimes for them. So let me show you how we do that. First, we start with the interfacing, and you just put it on a 2.5-inch strip of fabric, which is perfect. And then we're just going to stitch on the lines. And that's very easy to do. And then you just clip it, go to this one, stitch down there. After you stitch, it looks like this. We've cut it apart like that. And now I'm just going to trim on the dashed line. So part of what's so cool about this and Quiltsmart in general is you always have lines that you can stitch on, trim on, and makes it an easy way to make a quilt. Now we're going to, no curved piecing too. Now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to finger press it. And you can use a little tool, a little pointer creaser to get that smooth if you want to. And now it looks just like that. You can see I've turned this just a tiny bit, so just a tiny bit of fabric is showing there so that the interfacing doesn't show. So now I'm just going to take the rough side of the interfacing and put that down on the square, and then I'm going to fuse it. Fuse this to the square. I like to use steam, even though the applique pressing sheet basically doesn't need steam, but then you fuse that down. Now you're going to take it back to the sewing machine and you're going to zigzag just real narrow along that edge. And this one shows pretty well. I like a nice narrow zigzag, and you can see that that really doesn't show up much at all there. And then for this pattern, not for all of our patterns, but for this one, I then go in and cut it away. And basically I'm creating a seam allowance. So now you've got a beautifully curved seam with no curved piecing. Now you're just going to take these blocks and you're going to sew 4 together into the pinwheel shape. Super easy pattern. You're going to love it. Here's what the instructions look like inside. You can see they're nicely detailed. On the back, we've got different yardages and cutting. So it comes on a bolt as well as by the panel and as well as by the pack, which is what you would want first if you haven't made it before. You want to get the pack. And this particular pack features our Camelot fabrics, and makes a really beautiful quilt.